Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday. In today's video I'll be showing you how I made this little elephant holding a little heart. And now I'm going to change up the colors a little bit. I'm going to do, instead of doing pink, I'm going to do red. So basically what you're going to need for this project is gray clay, red clay. Let me grab some white, a little bit of white clay. I'm gonna look down in here this drawer, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of blue clay because it depends on what color you want your elephant eyes to be. And you're gonna need a couple different tools. So you can use a toothpick. I got a needle tool here. I got a ball tool. But if you don't have all of that stuff, you can just work with whatever you have. I have paper towel to clean my hands in between colors. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our gray clay. I'm going to set this little guy here, or little girl. And basically what we're going to do first is we're just going to condition our clay and to make the body of the elephant. So what I'm doing now, I'm just rolling it. And then you want to shape it into like a cone shape like this. And I got blue on my hands from that. So I'm just going to take a wet paper towel and I'm just wetting my hands a little bit. And I have soap on it because that helps. I'm just going to go ahead and dry my hands off. That way I don't have no more colors on here. And I'm going to redo this because there's streaks of blue in it. And we don't want that. I'm going to take a little more of this. And we're just going to go ahead again. We're going to roll it out. And if y'all hear some sounds in the background, it's because it's raining here. And then we're just going to go ahead and roll it once again into a little ball. Or not a ball, but like a cylinder shape. Like this. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm just taking my finger now. And I'm just, conditioning it a little bit. And I'm just flattening it out. And this is what we have. And if you want your head the elephant's head to be tilted, like I did this one, then all you got to do is just kind of bend it in the shape in the direction that you want the head to be. So, yeah. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just taking my finger and conditioning it. And I'm just basically making sure that it's nice and smooth. That way I don't have no rough edges. And I am happy with this. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to make the legs. And you want to start off with 2 balls again. Just roll them. And you want to make sure that they're the same size. And then you can go from there. So this is basically what I'm doing. It's just rolling them. And they're not. So I'm just going to pull a little bit off. And I'm going to bring my elephant back. And I am going to see what size I need, if I need to take off any more for the legs. So let's see here. So this is what we have. And I think I'm happy with that. And I'm going to do the other side, the other one just like that one. I'm going to pull a little off. And I'm just going to roll it. And this is what we have. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb and I'm just going to hold it like this, and I'm just going to push in just like this. And you're going to get this shape. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. And this one right here is a little bit thicker than this one. So I'm just going to add a little more clay to this. And I'm going to make sure I got the same thickness. So I'm going to roll this back out. And I'm just going to push in just like before. Just like that. And this is what you're going to end up with. 2. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull out just a little bit. And I'm going to bend it in and push here. So this is the shape you should have. Do the same thing. I'm going to pull out, bend in, and push here. And then I'm going to see how that looks on here. And I need to bend this one this way. And let's see here. There we go. I just made a little adjustments because I wasn't happy with the way it came out. And then you're going to attach them just like this. And I'm just going to use my finger, and I am going to push in, and I am just going to go ahead and blend this into the body. And I'm going to do the other side the same way. I'm just going to blend in. Just like this. And I am go up, and I'm just turning it out just a little bit. And this is what we have so far. Next, we are going to do the little arms. Or if you want, you can go ahead at this point now where we're here, you can go ahead and take your if you're going to put a heart in the middle like I did this one, and I've already made mine's red, and if you want, you can go ahead and stick that wherever you want it to be. Mine's is going to go here. So I'm going to stick mine on just like that. And I'm going to turn it around so I can see it. And I'll show y'all how I did that. So before we do the arms, I'm going to take my red clay, and I'm going to show y'all how I made the red heart. So basically what you want to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to make a ball first. This is just what I do. And I'm going to flatten it out because I want to get the thickness that I want my heart to be. So when I do that, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to push down here just like this. This is what we have so far. Then I am going to take my finger and I'm going to push in just like this, and I am going to finish shaping it. If you have a heart shape cut out, you can use that. I do somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. So I don't want to go look for it. And I have my little tool here. And there's your heart. And I already have mine in place. So like I'm going to go back. I'm going to wipe my fingers. And I'm going to go ahead and do my, the arms. I'm going to finish making the arms for my elephant. So once again, we're going to start off with 2 balls. Just going to roll them out. till you get the size that you want. And I'm going to play around with it. And I'm going to roll them. Just like we did the legs. We're going to roll. We're going to roll again. And we're going to see if we like the size. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push in like this. Just like you did the leg. I had a crease in here that I want to fix. Okay. So once again, we're going to roll. You're going to push in like we did the legs. And then we're going to go ahead, bring our elephant back, and we're going to bend in just like this. And we're going to push just like we did the legs. And you should have 2 of these. And we're going to stick these on just like this. Actually, I want to turn these out just a little more. So, and I'm just kind of placing them on here to see if that's where I want it to be before I glue anything down. Not glue, I mean before I blend anything in. So I'm gonna take a little bit off of my arms because they're kind of long, or yeah, they're kind of long, and I don't need them to be that long. So I pull just a little bit off, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Just gonna pull a little bit off, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish blending it. And to see, once again, I'm just gonna see what they look, how it looks. Okay, just a little more off of this one. When you get into working with clay, you can just sometimes, you know, feel what feels right, like what the size should be. You can almost feel it. I know I can. I don't know if that makes sense, but you could just tell when you need to add more or take it away. And I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to blend it in. And this is what we have so far. Next, I'm going to get a little more, actually, I'm going to go ahead and put how I have the bottoms on. I'm going to do that now. So I'm just going to pull off some little red, some clay. I'm going to make little balls. I'm just going to stick it on here. Just like that. And that's all I'm doing, is just making random little pieces of clay and making the paws on the bottom of the feet. So yeah, so I guess what I want to find out, is there anything else? I know I keep asking this, but I'm not really getting a response. Just wondering if there's anything else that y'all want to see me do, you know, or make. If y'all could just let me know what kind of material y'all want to see. Like, I guess if y'all want to see something other than craft related videos. Like I said, we're remodeling our house right now. I could show y'all that. Or if y'all want to want me to do a Q&A, I can do that too. If y'all got questions that y'all want to ask me, you can just either leave them in the comment box, or you can just send me a message through Messenger, or you can just send me a friend's request on Facebook, and I will accept it. I don't have a problem with doing that. Just let me know. And then I got to do one more. And there we have it. So that's the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing again with the top. With the hands, arms, or whatever you want to call it. Yep, I know this video is a little different. I don't normally reveal myself in my videos, but I had a subscriber that kindly said that she would love to see my face in one of the videos, so this is for her. I can't remember what the username was, but she know who she is. And since you guys are my subscribers and my biggest supporters, I just want to do what y'all want to see. So, yeah. And elephants, my sister and my mother love elephants. So this is for her if she's watching, for my sister. Sadly, we lost our mom in 2011 to cancer. But she's still with us, you know. For those of you that believe that, she is. I believe it. And so we have that done. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in again. And we are almost done. So this is what we have so far. Next, we just got to do the head. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to tear off a little bit of clay. And I'm going to go ahead and clean my fingers. Because I was messing with the red clay. And red does stain your fingers. But I mean, it washes right off. You just don't want to go ahead and mess with the next color without actually cleaning the red off. So now we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and blend that in just a little bit. And next we're going to do the head. There we go. Had a little piece of gray on my heart. So next we're going to do the head. And I'm just going ahead and condition it a little more. And your elephant head can be any shape you want. I'm going to go with almost like an egg shape, like this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my hand and my fingers and I'm just going to squeeze in to flatten it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my finger and I'm pushing in here. Just like that. Just to give her some cheeks. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to push in here just like this. And this is just going to give her those cheeks that she has. Like that. So this is what I'm doing. And this is what we have so far. Like that. And I'm going to take a little more clay. And I'm going to make sure I got the same amount, the same size. And I am going to just make some flat circles to make her cheeks a little wider. So I'm just taking it and flattening it. I'm doing the same thing with both of them. And we're just going to put them on. Just like this. Right there. And we're going to put this in here. And we're just going to go ahead and blend that in. And like I said, I'm using my finger, but you can use any type of tool you have on hand. My finger, it works best for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but it's like when you're working with clay and you use your finger, for me, that's your best tool. You don't have to hunt for it. It's always there. It's a little bit. So, yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to blend this in, to blend everything in. And then when I do that, after we get everything blended, this part can be a tad bit time consuming, but I don't mind it. I have nowhere to be. It's raining. My babies, meaning my dogs, don't even want to go out today. But, you know, I have to take them out anyways, because otherwise, we all know what would happen if I don't. So, yeah. I'm just continuing to blend. And now I'm just going to push in ever so slightly with my fingers. And this is what we have. And then I am going to take this toothpick and I'm going to break it in half. And I'm just going to stick a little bit down off in here. And then I'm going to put the head on. But before I do that, let's go ahead and add the eyes. So I'm going to take my little dotting tool. And I'm just going to push in here where I want the eyes to be. And that's what we have so far. And I am going to take my clay, my fingers. First I'm going to clean my fingers. And we're going to take our white clay. And I am conditioning it a little bit. And we're going to pull off some. And we're just going to stick it down in the eye sockets. We're going to do that again to the other side. So we're just going to go ahead and we taking our little clay. Let me condition this a little more because I seen a piece that had a little bit of brown in it, and we're just going to stick this right in the eye socket. This is what we have. And then I'm going to take my blue and we're just going to give her some blue eyes. Or whatever color you want to give her. And that's what we have so far. I'm going to wipe my fingers. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do her eyebrows. I want to make sure I got everything on her head on here correctly before I move to the next step. So I'm just taking out some clay and I'm just rolling it like this. I'm just going to roll it and we're just going to stick it onto place. And I have no idea who's calling me, but I seriously cannot answer it right now because I am in the middle of making this video. So yeah, I am so sorry about that, y'all. It seems like the phone forever rings when I'm just sitting here doing anything. That phone does not ring. The minute I start filming a video, it never fails. It rings all the time. And this is what we have. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this on. Just like that. And next we're going to do the nose. The trunk. So we're going to take our clay. We're going to start off with a little ball like this. We're going to roll it. And we're going to go ahead and make a cylinder shape like this. And we're going to turn it in depending on how you want it to face. I'm going to roll this out just a little more. And I'm going to turn it just like this. And this is what you should have. And I'm going to take this part and I'm just going to flatten it just a little bit like this. And this is what you should end up with. And we're going to go ahead and I'm looking to see if I want this to be a little bit smaller. And let me see. Actually, I want to move this up. Oops. I dropped it. Sorry about that. I want to move this up just a little bit. Just like that. And I'm going to take her head off just for a second. And I'm going to push it into place. And I am going to blend again. So this is what we're doing. And when I get up by the nose, I like to take my little tool here and finish blending it. Just like that. And this is what we should, and you should end up with it looking like this. And that piece of toothpick that you had, we're just going to make some little marks in it. Like this. Now I'm going to stick this back down on here. And the last thing we got to do is the ears. So, and the ears depends on what size you want them to be, how big or how small. And I'm going to take a little more off. And I am going to, that's good. Now we're just going to flatten them. Roll it like this. And this is all we're doing. Just making a circle. And don't make it too thin. You don't want it too thin. You want it to keep it thick, but not too thick. This is about the thickness. And I'm going to take some red. And I'm going to stick some red in the center. Because, well, I like red. So, and it's most likely for Valentine's Day. I know most people thinking, well, I don't know if elephants is really tied in with the whole Valentine's Day theme, but I like red and elephants are cute. So, yeah, we're just gonna play around with it, and should have something like this. And what I'm gonna do now is I don't have actually. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna take this lid, and because I don't have the real thing that I need, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out a little bit like that. So I just cut out some so I can stick it on here, and I want my ears to be bent in like this. And we're just gonna stick those on like that. And we're gonna do the other side. Just like this. And here is your little elephant. So, and that was cute. I thought it was cute. And so if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you hit the bell, you won't miss a video when I post. And I try to post every Wednesday if I don't have anything else going on. So, yeah, and happy Craft Day Wednesday, and thanks for watching my video. And y'all have a nice day. Bye.